You thought you found love, but now you're constantly stressed, second-guessing yourself, and feeling drained. Something is off. Sounds familiar? Don't worry, Bob is explaining. Here are 10 clear signs you're in a toxic relationship. If these sound familiar, it might be time to walk away. Let's get started if you like the video. First, everything is always your fault. No matter what happens somehow, it's always on you. If they get mad, it's because you made them mad. If they lie, cheat, or hurt you, they twist it around and make it seem like you push them to it. At first, you might believe them. Maybe you think you're just not communicating well, but over time, you notice a pattern. You're always the one apologizing, and they never take responsibility for anything. They always turn arguments around to make you feel guilty. They refuse to take any blame, no matter what they did. You feel like you have to constantly prove your love to keep the relationship stable. If you notice this pattern, take a step back and evaluate the relationship objectively. A healthy relationship is built on mutual accountability, not guilt and blame. You are not responsible for someone else's inability to take ownership of their actions. 2. They disrespect your boundaries. A healthy relationship respects personal space and individual needs. A toxic one, it ignores them completely. You tell them you need time alone, but they won't leave you alone. You say you're uncomfortable with something, and they do it anyway. They push your limits, testing how much they can get away with. How can you notice? They make you feel guilty for saying no. They ignore your requests for space or privacy. They act like your boundaries are a problem, not their behavior. If someone constantly disregards your limits, it's a sign of manipulation and control. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect. Your needs and comfort should never be treated as an inconvenience. 3. You feel like you're walking on eggshells. One moment, everything is fine. The next, they explode over something small. You never know what's going to set them off, so you start adjusting your behavior to keep the peace. You hesitate before speaking, replaying conversations in your head, afraid of triggering another argument. You start to question yourself. Was I too harsh? Did I say the wrong thing? But deep down, you know the problem isn't you. You can spot it with these. You feel anxious when they're around, unsure of their mood. You change how you act to avoid making them angry. You constantly feel like you're doing something wrong. If you feel like you have to tiptoe around someone's emotions, that's not love, it's control. A healthy relationship allows you to be yourself without fear of unpredictable reactions or emotional punishment. 4. They isolate you from friends and family. At first, it seems harmless. They don't like one of your friends. Then they start saying your family doesn't really understand your relationship. Over time, you find yourself seeing people less and less. The reason is simple. The fewer outside influences in your life, the more control they have over you. How can you spot it? They get annoyed when you spend time with others. They make you feel guilty for wanting a social life. They start unnecessary drama with people close to you. A supportive partner understands that strong relationships outside of the relationship are healthy and necessary. If someone is trying to isolate you, it's a sign of control, not love. Stay connected with those who care about you. Real love doesn't require cutting others out of your life. 5. They love bomb you, then pull away. In the beginning, they shower you with affection. Non-stop compliments, grand gestures, constant attention. It feels amazing, like you finally found someone who truly values you. But then suddenly they pull away. They become distant, cold, and uninterested. You start questioning yourself, trying to figure out what changed. The truth? This was the plan all along. They gave you a high so you'd chase them when they withdrew. You can notice with these signs. They were overly intense at first, then suddenly became cold. They switch between being affectionate and indifferent. You feel like you have to earn their love back. Healthy love is stable. If you're constantly trying to win back their affection, something isn't right. Real love doesn't manipulate. It remains steady, respectful, and mutual. If someone's affection feels like a roller coaster, it's time to step off the ride. 6. They're extremely jealous and possessive. A little jealousy is normal, but when it turns into control, it's a red flag. They constantly question you about who you're talking to. They demand access to your phone, social media, and location. They accuse you of cheating when you've done nothing wrong. This isn't love. It's insecurity disguised as love. How to spot it? They act suspicious even when you've done nothing wrong. They interrogate you about every conversation or interaction. They try to control who you talk to and where you go. If they don't trust you, the relationship is already doomed. Love should be built on trust and respect, not fear and control. A partner who truly values you won't make you feel guilty for having your own life. Don't let someone's insecurity trap you in a toxic cycle. 7. They gaslight you. Gaslighting is when someone manipulates you into doubting your own reality. You catch them lying, but they swear it never happened. You express your feelings, but they say you're too sensitive or crazy. Over time, you start to believe them. You question your memory, your emotions, and even your sanity. How can you spot it? They deny things you know they did. They make you feel like your emotions are wrong. They say you're overreacting when you express concerns. If you're constantly second guessing yourself, you're being manipulated. Trust your instincts and your perception of reality. A healthy partner will validate your feelings, not make you question them. No relationship is worth losing your sense of self. 8. You feel emotionally drained. A good relationship makes you feel happy, supported, and energized. A toxic one, it leaves you exhausted. If you're constantly feeling stressed, anxious, or emotionally drained, that's not love. It's a sign you're in a toxic situation. How to spot it? You feel more tired after spending time with them? You've lost interest in things you used to enjoy. You feel trapped, not fulfilled. A healthy relationship adds to your life. It doesn't steal your energy. If being with someone constantly drains you, it's time to step back and evaluate whether this relationship is truly bringing you happiness or just wearing you down. You deserve a connection that lifts you up, not one that leaves you empty. 9. They threaten to leave or make you feel replaceable. They say things like, maybe we should just break up. I could find someone better than you. They don't actually want to leave. They just want you to fear losing them so you'll tolerate their behavior. It's manipulation, not love. They use breakups as a way to control you. They make you feel like they're doing you a favor by staying. You feel desperate to fix things even when they're the problem. A good partner makes you feel valued, not replaceable. Love isn't about instilling fear or making you beg for their presence. If someone constantly makes you question your worth in the relationship, step back and remember, real love doesn't require proving your value. It's given freely and mutually. 10. Your friends and family see it before you do. Sometimes the people closest to you see the red flags first. But when they try to warn you, you defend your partner. You say things like, you don't know them like I do. It's not that bad. They're just going through a rough time. The reality, they see what you're too deep in to notice. How to spot it? Your loved ones have expressed concern. You find yourself hiding the bad parts of your relationship. You feel ashamed admitting how they treat you. If the people who care about you are worried, it's time to listen. The truth about toxic relationships. If these signs sound familiar, you're not crazy. You're in a toxic relationship. And the problem isn't you, so what do? Acknowledge that it's not healthy. Stop making excuses for their behavior. Consider walking away because staying in a toxic relationship will never fix it. A real relationship brings you peace, not pain. And remember, these signs are not limited to one gender. Both men and women can experience toxic relationships. No one deserves to feel drained, manipulated, or unvalued. Pay attention to the red flags and choose relationships that bring you peace, respect, and happiness. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, hey, have you ever ignored a red flag? Let's talk. The only thing people can't resist is success. I recommend this video for a successful life. Thanks for watching and supporting us. Bob loves you.